I do get that question a lot. How my life changed after Drink Masters. Well, obviously people see it, I think, with Instagram, which is the place I post the most at for now. But it's been an amazing journey. It still is. It just showed me that sometimes you need the right opportunity for more people to see you. Right now, it's one of the hardest things to differentiate yourself online or on social media or on any platform for people outside of like your city or where you live to see you. But it has the most effect now more than ever. Now, obviously, Netflix is a little bit online. We watch on the computer, but it's kind of like TV. So, funny enough, the drinks that I did on the show, most of them are drinks that I kind of like invented years ago. I just had to adapt them for some episodes, which is one of the things that we can talk about is how do you come up with the ideas for a challenge, for example. But at the end of the day, I did those drinks years and years ago, and I just did them because I wanted to. The creativity was there. I didn't want to be like, oh, is this the first bar or the first bartender that puts foie gras in a drink? We had zero effective representation in Montreal. It is considered small market. When I tell that to people, like, Montreal is such an awesome city. We party all the time there. I'm like, yeah, party and representation for new creative ideas or trailblazers, it's not the same. I mean, it's a 30 million population country compared to the US that's like 12 times that. Brands don't give that much attention. We don't have like magazines or whatever. There's a little bit, but it's just not my realm. I just make drinks. I don't try to be published or whatever. So I was doing those drinks for years before. Now, when I found out that I was doing Drink Masters, I was like, okay, I gotta be focused and I'm gonna be all in on that, and I did, and a lot of you saw it, and I'm really happy that you appreciate it. People told me that they thought I was super genuine and super creative. I was just me in front of the camera, as cheesy as that sounds. I didn't really feel that I was doing anything particular, so the reaction really surprised me in a sense, because people really loved how I was there. So that's awesome. But since then, it's very simple. Way more people saw what I was doing. Even without tasting it, it was enough for them to see that, okay, this guy's serious, he's good at what he does, he has a different perspective. I have a lot of ideas that people maybe didn't see in other bars or publications or videos or whatever. I think they liked my personality, they liked how I talk, even with all the cuts. I mean, the show, I really thought it was going to be a 1 hour episode. It was only 30 minutes. I shot so much more. I talked so much more, and they cut it, which is fine, because it still worked. And yeah, that obviously changed my career, because a lot of people from around the world now wanted to taste what I do, see what I do, invite me. They saw that I was a consultant, so they're like, come make us a menu, come do an event. And they just were interested in my input about drinks and cocktails and creativity and how to make better cocktails. So that's what the show brought me, which I will always cherish. But I had to be ready for it. Like, I was ready for that moment. That's one of the most important things that I tell people. Not everyone is going to go on a show like Drink Masters, so that's a very rare opportunity. But someone else, if you do it long enough, you might get one viral video. TikTok, YouTube. Maybe someone knows someone and they know you're talented, they hire you to do I don't know, some big event for some big celebrity, someone will give you that chance to do your art or present your craft to a wider audience, like a Netflix show will give you. You just got to be ready for it. And I think I was. I worked for 15 years before that in the industry, and most of it was, sure, highs and lows, but a lot of it was not lows. It was just the grind. It's not always about highs and lows. Even when you make it, when you get the success that you wanted, there's another layer that you want to get to. You just didn't know it before. So forget highs and lows. I think it's just the grind that you have to go through to earn it. Right now, after the first year after the show, I ticked so many boxes. I did so many things that I never thought that I would do, but always believed that I can. I did those, and now I feel that I'm here, and I need to get here. But for Tao from 15 years ago, I already went over that. So you just have to be like ready for it. And when I got the calls, one after the other, when the audition was like 3 months, I really, really believed in it. I always believed that I would get it, win. Now, it doesn't matter what, like, the judges make you win or you win, or the people that watch feel that you won. That's kind of relative. 100K is not, but you can make that after if you really use that experience to your advantage and that you were fully ready. So that's one advice that I say, that I noticed that I was ready. Maybe I didn't think about it too much, but I felt ready. I felt very focused. I was never that focused. I'll give you an example. There was many moments where I was like, oh, I'm good at what I do. I can kind of wing it. And most of the time it works. Because I did the grind for so long. I'm very passionate. I'm very intense about my work. So I would go to a competition and be like, my cocktail is amazing. I don't want to rehearse what I say. I don't want to kiss the brand's ass for a competition, like world class or whatever. But you kind of have to. So I didn't do that for some time. For many, many years, I didn't do that. And I'm responsible for that choice. But when the show happened and I knew that I was accepted and I was going to be on TV, in the beginning, I didn't even know it was Netflix, and then I did know it was Netflix. So that was like, okay, this is serious. I remember that when they told us that they wanted to focus on the molecular, I wasn't going to whine and be like, well, no one does that in a real bar. I'm not a molecular mixologist. I'm just a bartender. Like, bullshit. I applied. They wanted me on the show. So I'm on their platform. I will do what the show needs, and I will use that platform for my own good. So I was like, okay, this is what they want. They told us a little bit how it's gonna go. It's the first season, so no one knows, even them. They didn't know everything about how they were gonna edit it. They wrote the challenges, but they always, for sure, had a plan B and a plan C, and if this challenge doesn't work, what do? We signed to be there for an unlimited time, pretty much. And what was I saying? This brought me back. I started thinking about when we shot the show, because this was in 2021. But yeah, I have a few close friends, not many, and everyone was happy for me. I wasn't supposed to tell many people, but I told my friends that were going to take care of my house when I was away and things like that. And at that time, I was lucky enough. This was during COVID still, so I didn't have like a full-time job yet. Consulting was dead. So I was just working like a Friday, Saturday at a very busy nightclub, which made just enough money for me to then tell my friends, hey, I'm going on a boot camp mode, and I'm practicing so many things that maybe I haven't done in years. You guys know me, you know my style of drinks. I had different groups of friends that would come with their partners, their roommates, whatever, and I had like a schedule. I would do Sunday, writing recipes and idea. Monday, Tuesday, doing them. Wednesday, making sure that I got the results. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, before even my shifts, I would invite different friends and they would come and they would like judge me. And I would show them things, and I was trying to do the float in the air and edible balloons and so many things that I didn't even know if I was going to use. But I was like, if I'm not ready now, I'm gonna blow this opportunity. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to do a show that's going to be on Netflix, and I'm just gonna rely on my given talent that, yes, I worked for years, and that's it. So I practiced things that I would probably never use in a bar. I practiced things that I didn't want to. I invented so many imaginary scenarios. What if they asked us to bake a cake that fits with the cocktail that we made? Now, granted, we had a little book that we can write some recipes on, but at the end of the day, you're timed, you're in a pressure situation, you're competing for a spot for the next episode. So it is pretty cutthroat, even if people are nice to each other. And you just have to come up with an idea like that, and you have to make it. So I did so many things, and that was preparation. Although, yeah, the 15 years of bartending before is good preparation. Nothing like you preparing for one specific goal. And the goal for that one was to win the show, the competition, but also do such an amazing job that no matter what happens, the outcome, I was going to be happy with myself. So that's one of it. Cut.